One of the more troublesome views with CameraMatch is when you have a view that has a vanishing point that's so far off that the pair of control lines defining it are near parallel. In this case of this photo here, all the verticals in this photo are very close to parallel. And what happens is it becomes very difficult to place these control lines accurately enough to get that distance of that vanishing point accurate. So there is an easy fix for this situation, and I'm going to show that in this video. This file here has already been set up, so let's go into the viewport annotations and select the CameraMatch object. And now everything looks like it's placed really accurately here. The lines seem to be placed very well along the elements in the building. The only exception might be this green line here, and I say that because it's drawn along the sidewalk where it butts up against the building, and that sidewalk could have a slope to it, and usually does. So I trust more the line of the floor slab here, so I'm going to go ahead and put it up here a little bit. But everything else looks pretty good. So before we make any adjustments, let's go ahead and set the view. Okay, so here the view, it's sort of there, but not quite. This left side here is all distorted. It looks like the left vanishing point was brought in over near the center of the photo. And this usually has to do with very near parallel control lines. Now the simple fix here is to take the two control lines that are near parallel and converge them a little bit more towards one another. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this CameraMatch object to the front to get it in front of the model. And to help me set this view up, I'm going to use the preview object. And I'm going to draw that object at 10 feet, which is the same as our measured line. So we're really not using elements in the photo, but we are using the height of this measured line. And this preview object's just going to show as a 10 foot by 10 foot cube. Okay, so looking at the preview object, you can see that left face here, the green, is actually pointing towards the right instead of towards the left where it should be. So what we need to do is just bring this blue control line slightly inward. And now we can see that start to flip already. This green face is now at least starting to move out to the left. And let's go ahead and try that on the other line here. Let me get a better zoom in. And I'll use my snap loop here and just bring it in just a little bit. And here you can see now it's a much more accurate view. The green plane now looks like it's vanishing along the brick lines pretty well. And the right looks pretty good too. So I think we may have it. Let's go ahead and set the view again. And there we are. Now it still could use a little adjusting. Now being that we have brought these verticals in, usually that's where there's going to be a little bit of difference as well, and that can be corrected through the tuning. So let's go ahead and tune the view here. And first I see the left side looks like it's not quite right. The left point or vanishing point is not quite right. So I'm going to go ahead and adjust the left vanishing point first. Okay, that looks much better. The scale of the building overall looks like it's a little bit large, so that has to do with the measured line. And actually that distance was kind of a rough guess as far as how big that was. So I can just change the distance here through the tuning dialog. So increase the distance, and that makes everything appear smaller. And now we have much closer alignment. And I'm going to go in and adjust that red or right vanishing point a little bit. You can see that face moving forward. I'm trying to get this to align a little better there. So sometimes you want to play between the different vanishing points until you've got what you're looking for. I think we may have gone a little too far away, so let's move a little closer. There we go. All right. Now I think we've got a pretty good match.